It is one of the most stressful times in a high schooler's life, applying to college, and it can be overwhelming.
Yes, it can be, but it doesn't have to be. We've got some tips to help your students succeed, and it all starts with knowing who you are.
Indira Esparza is in her third year of college, but she still remembers the stress of applying to her favorite universities.
Being sure of myself and being confident was really what helped me.
She also found help in Marjorie Hanson Shavitz, a college admissions counselor. Marjorie says many high schoolers don't know who they are, so they can't decide what they want to be.
Parents need to start early helping their children figure out who they are as people.
She says pay attention to what your kids like to do starting at about age 3 and give them resources to explore their interests. And when it comes time for applying to college,
My job is to help kids dare to be themselves.
Marjorie says showing your choice college who you are is most important. In that infamous essay, write about a specific experience that describes your character. On your application, remember quality is more important than quantity when it comes to extracurricular activities. So focus on what you were involved in most. Also, show colleges you're interested.
It's not a bad idea to begin making friends with the admissions people.
Rebecca Orlowski's son, Jesse, took Marjorie's advice.
Jesse would email schools or call schools just to get on their radar and introduce himself.
He applied to 10 universities after receiving a 2320 out of 2,400 on his SATs.
So he applied to 10 and got into 10.
Jesse decided on his first choice, MIT. Indira got into UCSD. For both students, the hard work paid off.
I am super happy that I didn't give up on myself, not once.
And Marjorie says admission officers usually look at test scores, the rigor of courses a student takes, and grades in those courses in that order. She also says it's typically better to take an advanced course and get a B than to take a regular course and get an A, because it shows the student is up for a challenge.
Almost makes sense, doesn't it? However, you need to remember that getting admitted to the college of your choice is really only half of the battle. The other half, that's figuring out how you're going to pay for it. Well, there's good news for you today. You can get a degree without going broke. Bankrate.com is suggesting this. Look for tuition deals. Actually, you might be surprised to find out that many colleges actually seek ways to help families. Here's another one. Be prepared for changes in federal aid. You got to do your research. It's the best thing you can. And keep those grades up to increase merit and eligibility, as well as take advantage of income-driven assistance. Now, if you haven't already, be sure to read the fine print in your 529 or your education savings plan, because you'll learn about fee structure and state tax incentives. Also, consider this, a big part of what your price will be is actually the college that you choose. So choose your college very carefully. Think ahead, that's a great idea. With higher tuition prices, it's even more important for you to financially plan ahead and have a clear idea of your professional prospects once you graduate. You're going to want to make sure that you'll be able to afford paying back any school loans. And if at all possible, be sure to knock out some college credits in advance, because it's going to pay off for you to pursue dual enrollment as well as advanced placement courses.
Never too early to get started on all that. Well, our college students aren't the only ones learning how to adapt to a new way of life. Many people with disabilities are too, and it's all thanks to a rolling dance chair. It's been years in the making, but now it's ready to make its debut, and we'll meet the woman who choreographed its production. That's next.
Okay, but wait a minute, you can't dance around on an empty stomach. So a little bit later, we're going to go into the kitchen putting together a scrumptious salad. Delmarva Live, we'll be right back.